Hey, motives. Welcome back to the Shades of Tone. This episode is all about integration. Not doing more, not trying harder, and not forcing discipline, but becoming someone who lives differently from the inside out. Over the last 3 episodes, we've talked about why one day that's bad can make you quit everything, how perfection-driven pressure leads to burnout, and how progress is allowed to be messy. Today, we talk about what it looks like to build a life through small wins. Because real change does not come from dramatic moments. It comes from tiny decisions repeated gently over time. And those tiny decisions shape identity. Why small wins change identity? Let's start here. Most people try to change their behavior before they change their self-concept. They say, I want to work out more. I want to be consistent. I want to stop procrastinating. But beneath those goals is a deeper desire. I want to trust myself. And small wins rebuild self-trust. Every time you show up for 2 minutes, keep a tiny promise, return after a setback, you tell your nervous system, I am reliable, I am safe with myself, I can depend on me. That changes identity, and identity drives behavior far more than motivation ever will. Next, from trying to becoming. Here's the shift. Instead of saying, I'm trying to be consistent, you begin to say, I am someone who returns. That is powerful because trying implies effort, struggle, and pressure. Becoming implies identity, alignment, and ease. When identity changes, effort softens. Instead of, I have to do this, it becomes, this is who I am becoming. And who you become shapes how you move. Now, let's chat about why most people can't trust themselves. Many people struggle with self-trust because of broken self-promises. They set unrealistic goals, burn themselves out, quit, restart, repeat. And over time, this teaches the brain that I don't follow through. So self-doubt forms. Not because you lack self-discipline, but because your nervous system learned inconsistency through pressure. Small wins reverse this. When you choose doable actions, keep small promises, and honor realistic capacity, your brain begins to say, I can trust myself again. And self-trust is more powerful than motivation. What real consistency feels like. Real consistency does not feel intense. It feels calm, steady, neutral, gentle. It doesn't come with emotional spikes, pressure, shame, or extreme motivation. It feels boring sometimes, and boring is sustainable because boring means your nervous system feels safe. Let's build a life through small wins. Here's what building a life through small wins looks like. You choose actions you can repeat. You release perfection. You prioritize nervous system safety. And you value progress over performance. Examples of this is stretching for 2 minutes, journaling one sentence, drinking one glass of water, walking for 5 minutes, and doing one small task. These tiny actions build confidence, increase momentum, restore trust, and reduce overwhelm. You don't change your life in a day. You change your direction in a day. And direction compounds. Identity statements, rewriting your self story. Let's rewrite some internal language. Instead of I'm inconsistent, try I'm learning how to show up gently. Instead of I always quit, try I am practicing return. Instead of I lack discipline, try I'm building emotional safety around effort. Language shapes identity. Identity shapes behavior. Let's pause. Take a break. Ask yourself, who am I becoming through small, gentle effort? What version of me is emerging? What feels lighter? Now ask, what would change if I trusted slow growth? When consistency becomes gentle, life begins to feel less heavy, less pressured, more peaceful, and more grounded. You stop fighting yourself, forcing motivation, and punishing mistakes. And you start partnering with yourself, supporting yourself, and encouraging yourself. This is what emotional maturity looks like. If you stayed with this series, let me say this. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not inconsistent. You were just taught to grow through pressure instead of compassion. And now you're learning a different way, a gentler way, a safer way, a sustainable way. You don't need to change everything. You just need to keep choosing small wins because small wins build self trust and self trust builds lives. If you would like the accompanying worksheet that goes with this episode, you can find it at tonemotivates.com/blog. And as always love. To respond to a question, make a suggestion for an episode, to be a guest, or give feedback, reach out to us at info@tonemotivates.com. You can also find us on social media at Tone Motivates on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and at Shades of Tone _podcast on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can find us at tonemotivates.com, where all of those links are as well.